Hello and welcome to Copper Bulletins. Mikey, you're back. Welcome back.
Here, I exist. Hello.
I'm back. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. I'm glad that we're running this as if we haven't had an hour-long conversation before we started recording.
No, nobody needs to know that. Lots gone on while you've been away.
A lot has gone on.
I'm
So much that it's going to be a very short podcast.
Yeah, no. Well, I'll talk all about most of it with Derek. There's been some really interesting stuff over the last week or so, last couple of weeks. There's been some sort of super secret project. Well, not super secret. I mean, it's all over Instagram, but we don't know what
It's
it
a
is.
very poorly kept secret. It's like James Bond spying. It's like you're not doing very good spy work. You're just James Bond getting away with it.
Because you turned up and you told them what your name is, which is probably rule 101 of being a spy is don't tell people what your name is.
Yeah. But he gets the job done, and we presume the warning will too.
Yeah, but there's been lots of shots of them. So they've been recording music and they've been doing vocals for something with a producer called Matt Squire.
Yes.
But they've been very secretive about what it actually is. So remains to be seen. You got any ideas? You got any sort of guesses as to what it might be?
Really, I know some people are guessing, oh, they're doing a movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
And it's like, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
A
I heard
song
that.
would be cool. A 15-second cover on Instagram getting 2 million views would be cool.
Yes, that's been a bit weird. In a good way. I've, again, talked about that with Derek, but it's gone mad lately. Because I think last time we did one, we were talking about those TikTok clips that are on Lens being around, a couple 100,000. And now they're hitting millions.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And it's not just the clips that Lava have reshared as well. The ones on their own channel, I think the Jenny cover's at 2.2 million now.
Yeah,
That's a big number.
It's massive.
And I think the one of the little clip of Pow doing Dust to Dust, that's hit 1 million as well.
I don't. It's like every other day I check, like, if not the band story, it'll be like, like Pow's personal account story, because she's the social media guru of the
She is, isn't she? She seems to spend the most time on the platforms
and like, it's like, oh, thank you for this milestone. It's like every freaking other day, it's another milestone for a different clip.
Because in terms of performance, they've properly outstripped what they did on TikTok. TikTok ones were like 100, 150, 160,000. I do have a theory on this though. Well, part of it, but I'm assuming there is a lot less content on Reels because it only launched last November compared to TikTok, which has been trundling along certainly for the past 2 or 3 years as quite a big platform.
That's true. Plus, this is according to a friend. I don't use TikTok personally. He said no matter what TikToks you watch, it'll immediately be followed by either a cat or by a girl with a nice butt twerking.
There is a lot of that. I can literally go through TikTok and it just goes cat, 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 cat. Either that or and every other video is that girl going, "What's a video that lives in your head rent free?" She's everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, we also had the theory of 2.2 million views consist of RCTWA and the girls in red on TikTok will call them.
Yes, there's a growing kind of fan base there, which is good because they needed to branch out. There's only so far you can go with like middle-aged rock fans like me and Derek. You need to broaden your
But you have an army of me if I was the opposite gender but still liked women.
Basically, yes. I know the last when they did the prisoner TikTok. I know actually it was when they did the Jenny TikTok, and it's like 90% of the comments were basically marriage proposals to Ali from people of
The bass
her.
player
Yeah,
falling in love with me is one
yeah.
of my favorite comments ever.
I'd like to stress these are all age appropriate marriage proposals as well. They're people in their own age group, so you know, fair enough.
Yeah, it
You shoot
feels
your shot. TikTok followers.
and it feels weird because like usually everyone's like, "Oh, I was the shy one," and then you get out like doing all the hair
Yeah,
flips and the looks into the camera. It's like she's doing a very bad job of keeping up the shy
yeah.
persona.
It's quite often the way in bands though that the bass player is kind of the cool one. So she's kind of slipping into that stereotype quite well. Yeah,
Yeah, she's the cool one. Danny's the over the top jump around the stage one. And Pal's Danny, but behind the drums, so she's restricted to how much bouncing around she can do on the stage. Although,
bit more
she gets a
intense.
lot done behind the
Hmm.
drums.
Yeah, eating drumsticks around. But
In real life.
it is really interesting to see those, especially looking at the numbers compared to the rest of what Lava have on their reels, because all the warning
Yeah.
clips are way ahead of everything else.
Now, I wouldn't know this. I have no idea if you know this. Would the Warning have a bigger fan group than a lot of the people did before they got signed to Lava?
That's an interesting one. That I wouldn't know. It's hard to know. They've certainly probably got a much more sort of intense and active fan group than a lot of bands would ever have had.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing you can definitely say.
Running a Discord server and being in the Patreon server, I can tell you it's a very intense group
Yeah,
of followers.
definitely. That's one thing that isn't in doubt.
Also, if you are of this opinion, go for it. They're not gonna do full covers of the 15-second clip songs. You don't need to keep asking.
It's
It's
not
not
going to happen.
happening.
Not going to happen.
We're not getting a full Jenny cover. I know it's sad, grab a tissue, cry a bit, if you feel like you have to, but it's not happening.
But
We're sorry.
that's the beauty of TikTok and the Reels format, which is just Instagram copying TikTok because they were feeling left out. You don't need to do a full cover. You just need to do a cover of the little bit that's went viral and everyone else used in their videos, because that's the only bit of the song a lot of people know anyway.
Yeah. I mean, now that we said that, watch, they're gonna make a full cover one day, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you guys were wrong." I'll happily be wrong on this topic, but we've been told it's not happening. Just like we're always told, Allie's not singing lead
Yes.
vocals, and
Oh, we are
everyone still
definitely
needs
told
to
that.
ask. She said no. Let the girl be.
I love the fact that she's not nice. She doesn't bother to say, "Oh, no, guys." She's like, "No, I'm not doing it."
I know. I respect
Respect the
like
savagery.
the savagery and I respect the directness. It's not like, oh, maybe one day. It's like,
Yeah.
no,
No,
no.
not doing it. Speaking of
Kiss my base, no.
no, speaking of little covers, yesterday as we were recording this, we got Dany did one of her little jukebox sessions on
Yes,
Instagram.
I was scared of where you were going with little covers. But yes, it was 30 something. I think I saw someone say 37. I
Yeah,
could be wrong.
they're insane because she just throws herself into these little clips of random songs, including the Pokemon theme, which I was not expecting at all, but I'm totally here for.
Yes. And like I love like any song that has any slight like upbeat energy to it. She's just, you know what? I'm gonna commit to making a dance for this thing.
My favorite bits in those, and I'd say, I think the Warning Army channel have clipped it and stuck it up there if you missed it on the Insta stories. My favorite ones were the ones where she got so into songs she was singing with a pretend microphone, despite the fact she's in a room full of actual microphones. so she could have just grabbed
Amazing.
I mean, she did grab a real one a couple of times, which I'm assuming weren't plugged in. But
It's
yeah, the
the
invisible
mind work.
the invisible microphone. That's like full on commitment.
Yes. Uh, and I'm just gonna point this out. Dany, if next any day you want to do one of my requests finally,
You're really
um,
you are really really sore about this, aren't you?
it's
Can
I
see
don't want
it.
to say really sore about it, but I guess to tell you describe it, it's like every time like I request, and it's like maybe this is the day, and it's like nope, and it's like okay, we push on, boys, and then next time, and then it'll be like, oh, hour day, give me something to take a picture of, and like, oh, take a picture of, like, it'll be the most random thing, and it's like that's not going to be answered. It's like, yes, I almost want them to never do it just so I can see how long this streak goes on for. I want to see like how many children I have by the time they actually do one of my things on Instagram.
Really, you really not holding out much hope for this happening, are you?
No. They're only getting more and more popular. I have more and more competition each Danny day.
That is true. So yeah, your probability is going down with each passing week.
Greatly.
I mean,
Which is a good thing. I'd rather never be picked and them get more popular
no,
than, oh, hey, we're going to stagnate, but this one guy gets the 10-second cover he asked for.
very noble. I mean, I
I
know
know,
a
I'm a
few people have
hero.
been looking. Uh, like certainly the Instagram followers have definitely spiked because they've just hit 150,000.
I remember when everyone's like, oh my god, they hit 100,000 and it got verified.
Well, yeah, but 100K was only a couple of months ago, wasn't it? It wasn't
Yeah,
that long ago. So it's taken them what 5 or 6 years to get to 100,000, but then a couple of months to get to 150,000.
it's the girls in red.
They're very very insistent.
Loyal.
But I think there's the reels must have helped, and also the lava
Yeah.
exposure. And you'll get a lot of cross pollination. If lava post it, someone will go and check out their page as well. But you can definitely feel that sense of things ramping up as we head
Honestly, Lava
towards the
should just
album.
let Pal promote it because seemingly Pal is just a social media guru because she has like double the followers of the other two on
Yeah,
Instagram. It's like fair play.
I think she's done the most on her account compared to everyone else though. Like she's uploading her
That,
reels and stuff.
yeah, and she's doing with a TikTok.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be on Twitch tonight.
Yes. Streaming
Well,
on
when this
Twitch,
goes out, it will be in the past, but tonight she's going to stream on
streaming
Twitch.
Genshin Impact. That should be good. Something a bit different.
It is. I'm waiting for the army of people to go, oh my god, what's a Twitch? Or oh my god, why do we need to get another platform? But
How it is nowadays,
Twitch is
isn't there?
fun. It's not TikTok. You're not gonna be flooded with cats and butts.
There's nothing. I don't mind the cats.
That's fair.
TikTok is where the cutting edge of cat videos is taking place. That's where all the really the new innovative stuff is.
Fair play to them.
There's
I
one
mean,
channel.
Instagram Reels, you never know.
There's one channel on TikTok. It's of a cat with a taco truck.
I
Obviously,
need to see that.
it's not a real taco truck. It's like a
I
cardboard one.
figured, but
But and the owner just videos herself ordering tacos off the cat. It's amazing. It's one of those things that just like if you're having a bad day, just watch the video of the cat with the taco truck
you
having a drive
res-
of the world.
you respect the person for having the creativity to come up
Yeah,
with that.
and the cat for having the
Yeah,
job and
obviously the cat's the main star. The cat's the reason the video's any
yeah,
good.
the cat's working hard making tacos. Fun fact:
Uh,
did you know that if you read taco cat backwards, it says taco cat? It's a palindrome.
My mind
See,
is blown.
there you go. You see, learn something every day. Actually, another thing that really has ramped up lately, noticeably to me, and I don't know if you noticed as well, reaction videos. I can't keep up
I
with them
would
anymore.
nice segue.
That was, I know, smooth as butter.
Smooth, yeah, like, oh yeah, Taco Cat back with his Taco Cat. Whoa, by the way,
Yeah,
reaction videos. Yes, they
y-
have gone up a lot. Most of them in language, a lot of them in languages I don't understand because I don't speak
yeah.
Spanish, but I still give them a thumbs
I
up.
still watch
They
some of them
tried.
to see how excited they look.
Yeah, Uh, and I'm gonna be me because anyone who knows me knows I'm the type of person who's like no fighting and all this stuff. Please, if someone doesn't like the band, do not feel the need to comment that they are garbage people because they are not.
Yeah,
People have different musical opinions. People can dislike the music. You know, it's what it is.
it's okay. Not everyone has to like the same things.
You're
I
not doing TWA any favors by telling someone there's garbage because then it's just depicting TWA in a terrible, crappy light. So
makes us
please
all seem like nutters.
respectfully comment. If you do comment, just let their opinions be.
It's interesting because I went through a phase of watching pretty much every reaction video. I really like them. I always like a first time reaction.
Yes.
They're the best ones. But it's
Yes.
got to the point where I can't keep up
Yeah,
because
it's
there's too
getting
many
like
now,
that.
which is good. But
It is good, but
at the same time, I think that we're actually, or rather, the band are at a point where reaction videos aren't that much of a big deal. I think pre lava they were because don't get me wrong,
yeah.
they do play a part in getting exposure for unsigned artists. They there is what and something one of the ways the music landscape has changed in the past 5 years or so, and especially with some of those big hitter reaction channels. You think of the likes
Yeah.
of Alex Hefner or
Mm-hmm.
Lost in Vegas, uh, Jamal AK Jamal. Really, really big channels. Although they tend to maybe focus more on established acts, but they do have a
Yeah.
role to play. But I think given the Lava deal and the amount of
Yeah.
publicity with that machine behind them, I think they're actually just at the tipping point where actually it will very
Reaction
soon.
videos are more for fun and less of a necessity for the
Yeah,
band.
and actually we're about to hit the point where the it won't be a case of having to tap up React to say, please follow this band. They will all be jumping on the bandwagon because they will be
Yeah, it's not like, oh,
a
please
hot
listen,
act.
like we need exposure. It's like, hey, this is a cool band. Give
No.
them a look out. We'll have some fun if you like them.
If you think about how the way a lot of reactors will do cover like baby metal, for instance, and it's like, oh yeah, I mean, there's a really the Fox Army will be jumping, very active in that. But I think a lot of them now will just automatically that's on their list along with Nightwish, Bandmade, because they know there's a ready-made market. They're going to get the views from them,
Hmm.
and I feel that the
It's
warning is
like,
transitioning into that.
yeah, it's like there are reaction videos to Metallica songs, to Queen songs, to Led Zeppelin songs.
Yeah,
Led Zeppelin fans aren't going, please, we need the
no,
exposure.
exactly. Uh,
Um,
but yeah,
Speaking of, this is a nitpick. This is Queen head, so I just want to pick a bone publicly with it. There are way too many people who do first time reactions to Bohemian Rhapsody because I refuse to believe this many people have never heard of the song.
yeah, I get you. How can you not have heard it? It's well, I
It's
mean,
like I understand like every once in a while there being someone who just never did. Every day there's like five people first time reaction to Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. It's like how?
yeah, it's an
And it's
easy thing
like
to fake.
Yeah, and like if you get to the start part where they're doing like, the operatic section, they just, oh, I recognize this. Okay, I believe that they heard the operatic section somewhere and
Probably
not the rest
Wayne's
of the
World.
song. Yes. But then you get the freaking be like, oh, like nothing. It's like, how? Like one day will be like that. It's gonna be like 5, 10 years from now, someone's gonna be like to survive. I've never heard of this. How everyone's heard of it. I don't
Yeah,
know if that's
everyone's heard
true. That's
Survive.
a that's
God.
bold to say that Survive will peak at the stage of Bohemian Rhapsody, but
I think it's fair to say it probably won't get maybe those kind of heights because
Yeah.
few songs do, but
Yeah.
I think it's a future
Um
classic in the making.
I mean it's not even in the making anymore. It's been made.
I have to admit, I prefer my favorite reaction videos are the ones where people weren't too sure at the beginning because it's more fun to see someone that's maybe not convinced and gradually kind of get
Soften
sucked
up.
in. Yeah,
Yeah. Which
that's
is
what.
another reason why if someone's not totally sold on a band, you don't
Yeah,
tell them how terrible they are, because then
be
they'll
nice
never
to them.
react to the band again.
I um I always I really liked that guy Dave who did the Dave Does videos because he was I got the impression he didn't want to like them but couldn't help himself in the end. I felt he started off and was like I don't think I'm going to like this, but
Yeah.
just as he went through the songs he gradually got more into it. So I like that. It feels more natural.
Yeah, it feels less like, oh my god, these guys are the most talented people in the world. It's like, you've heard one song, calm down.
And I like the fairly recent as well, that Dave Heretic guy. Maybe I just like
Yes,
people called
anyone
Dave.
named Dave.
Maybe that's just it. Because again, I like the fact that he's got a bit of a musician's insight, which is nice to hear. A gigging musician approaching it from that angle, so
Hmm.
he'll comment on things that not other people maybe don't pick up on, which I like.
Yeah, like a casual music fan won't know.
And I also quite like the Venice Magic reactions, just because it's nice to see someone around the same age as the girls discovering them.
I had to remember who it was, but
Yeah,
yes. It's nice seeing, like, I want to see younger
yeah,
reactors
definitely.
react to them.
Yeah,
I mean,
esteemed
just
company.
up from here, right?
Yeah, well, certainly. And yeah, I mean, well, we're in March now, and there's been lots.
We are.
There has been rumblings that we might get a single in March.
I mean, if there's not, you're just gonna get called out by a bunch
Yeah,
of people saying, you told us there was a single in March.
I said there was rumbling. We are kind of running out of March, admittedly. There's not that much of it. We're about halfway through, aren't
Yeah, my birthday is tomorrow. We're halfway through the freaking month.
we? Yeah,
Again, tomorrow the 14th. I have no idea when Mark's gonna edit this and post it.
probably. Oh, we honest, probably April, but
Fair enough.
no, I'll try and get it.
Just edit that part out if the single is not out by April.
Yeah, I'll just I can change that in post.
We have this planned out.
One thing I
Was that
wanted.
everything?
Well, actually, there's one thing I just
Oh,
wanted to ask you because I don't think we've ever discussed it. Do you have a favorite Warning song? And I know it can
oh,
change, so maybe
God.
you've got a favorite one at the moment that you like you're jamming on. Then.
At the moment, I'm just gonna say Narcissista because I've listened to it nonstop for like 3 days, trying to get it to a million, and now it's stuck in my head.
Oh yeah, it
The
got to a
beat's stuck
million.
in my head. I can't sing 95% of the song because it's in
Yeah,
another language, but
that's a good point. There is a full playlist now for all the band's catalog on Spotify, isn't there? Thinking
yes,
about it,
Rudy made it.
yeah. So yeah,
Go
you can
follow that.
yeah put it on loop. Support the band.
Yes.
Get the streaming numbers up.
Uh, but yeah, when they were like, oh, we're like 6,500 views away or listens away from a million views on Spotify, I just went on my Xbox because I'm a nerd like that. put Spotify on Xbox and just looped Narcissista. I was like, I will get them to 1 million views on my own if I have to.
There's
I clearly didn't have to do it on my own,
well,
but now it's just stuck in my head.
there's a few tracks that now that have hit 1 million views, isn't there? Well, a million streams.
What is it? Survive, Dust to Dust,
Dust to Dust and
Narcissista?
Narcissista, I think. Yeah. So
Stuff.
big numbers.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So try and
Not
get some more.
often.
And speaking of Narcissista, I said it very English then. Narcissista. The Patreon cover group. I've covered.
Yes.
But I forgot about that, and I just remembered because we were talking about it.
Yes, it would have been awkward if you forgot because everyone would have yelled at you. Why didn't you plug off?
Yeah, why aren't you talking about a cover? So yeah, the band themselves have given it a little plug as well. Go and check it out. I didn't join in this one because
I didn't. I have no musical talent.
I'll be honest. I couldn't be bothered.
I
had a lot
no
on.
talent to do it.
And in fairness, it did take a while to get this one out. I think a lot.
Yeah, because they got a bunch of English speakers to sing the whole Spanish song.
Yeah.
So,
which is in itself is quite an accomplishment. There is a there was a couple of native Spanish speakers on there, but yeah, most of them was. I think in Isaiah, to quote Isaiah, I don't speak Spanish. I just speak Narcissista.
Yes. And then shout out to Katie's mom, who's probably the number one fan of the song.
Yes, who's discovered the
Her
video.
daughter sings cover songs. Yes. Yeah. Katie's gonna kill me. Everyone go give Katie love. Katie will I'm gonna call it out now, Katie. You have to be on the podcast soon.
Go.
It's public now. Katie has to.
Fine. I'll link it at the end. I'll put the Narcissista cover at the end. Go over there and leave a comment. Say hi to Katie's mom.
Yes.
I think she really appreciate that.
Think of a hashtag. 'Cause we had a hashtag last podcast. Can you think of a hashtag?
No.
Okay. Because I can't say hashtag Katie's mom because I just think of the song
Stacey's mom. And that's straight away.
And that's just inappropriate. But
yeah, and I think I thought of that at the same time and immediately stopped thinking about it because I realized it probably wasn't appropriate.
Yeah.
That song is really funny because everyone thinks Bowling for Soup recorded it. But it wasn't. It was the Fountains of Wayne. But apparently it's so bad. I saw Bowling for Soup and they played it. And they actually said, like, every time we do a gig, we get asked to play this song. We didn't write it, but it's got to the point where we just started playing it to shut people up.
That's amazing. I now want to see a Bowling for Soup concert where it's just them singing funny
other people's
songs.
And the Alexa Bliss song.
Yes. But yeah, everyone, please go to the Narcissista cover and everyone shout out Katie's mom. Yeah. And everyone also tell Katie that she has to be on this podcast.
Yeah, we'll start a petition.
Please, can we actually start a petition?
I'd say from working on, I don't say working, but joining in on one of those cover songs, they're a hell of an undertaking.
I can imagine. This is coming from someone that has no talent whatsoever.
I found it really hard work just contributing sort of like, a minute of guitar. But then you've got people who've done like a full drum track and the people who've mixed it. So I think it was Matthew that mixed this one. And then
was it Matthew?
I think it might have been. And then Kevin doing it, who then edited the video together as well.
Kevin's a hero. But,
don't think I haven't considered asking him to edit the podcast for me. PayPal you some money, just
trust me. You know that I'm in the trying our best band thing. Whenever we decide that we want to make lyric videos, we're gonna ask Kevin.
Him up. I'm trying to think. Did Kevin do the funny moments video from the quarantine concert?
Don't know, because I don't even know if Kevin has a YouTube channel. He probably does, and I just don't.
No one who's that good at editing videos isn't going to have a YouTube channel. That would be just a waste of resources.
That's a fair point.
Well, I'll ask him, or I'll just look. But I'm intrigued to know if I'm right about that. But that video is great as well. I really like that.
Yes. Any warning video is great. Please watch any warning video.
My absolute favorite bit about that is learning from it that they turn Pal's mic down because she makes too much noise in rehearsals. But when they've turned the mic down, she just uses a bass drum to sort of get attention, which is arguably probably louder than her voice. So you can't win.
That's amazing.
It's like if you want something and they've turned your mic down, just hammer the bass drum until everyone stops and pays attention to you. Genius. It's like, oh, boom, 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 boom.
Learn from the best.
Yeah. I'm going to say we'll probably have to bob off soon because we're going to have to go and watch Pal streaming Genshin Impact.
You're right.
I know from a fact there's nothing more soul destroying than doing a stream and looking. It's like nobody's watching this, and I think to be honest, to be honest, that's how most Twitch streamers will start off. You know, you have to.
You start out with no one watching, and it's really awkward, and you get your
Yeah.
first few people who stay around long enough that you make them a mod
Exactly.
one day, and then you have 1 billion people within like 10 years of commitment.
Yeah, but arguably that time at the beginning when there is nobody watching all this, that's your best bit because that's when you can sort of practice and get comfortable with doing stuff.
Yeah, you can actually converse with people who are watching you. Poor Pal may be bombarded with 1 billion people talking and like texting, and she's not going to be able to keep up with chat.
I don't know. Does anyone know any big streamers? Can we get Mr. Beast to like raid her or something?
Donate $10,000.
Get Jacksepticeye to sub bomber.
Yes. Now I just want to see Pal stream with like actual big, like you know how like all the YouTubers started playing Among Us over quarantine together.
Yes. Yeah.
I now want 9 big name YouTubers and Pal.
Or musicians. I think it's been really nice to have you back. You've been very busy.
It feels nice to be back.
But at the same time, me and Derek, we're both very supportive of your education. We understand the need.
Thank you.
It's very important.
Yeah, it feels it.
I know when you said about the stuff you were doing, it's like that does not sound like fun at all.
It's miserable. If you're paying college tuition as a parent, realize how much money you're wasting because your child is stuck at home, being taught by professors who don't know how to operate technology.
At least you've got your mug, though.
Give me 2 seconds.
You got to make it. I was so proud of that mug.
So, Mark, ever so graciously on, I believe you said Facebook, you got an ad for this.
Yeah, I saw it in the ads you get in the feed.
And he was like, "Hey, what's your address?" And I gave him some BS address. Like, no, like,
No,
what's
your
your
real
actual address? And I gave it to him, and I said, "Why?" And he was like, "Oh, because I sent you a gift." I was like, "Oh God, what?"
I'm really interested. What did you think I was going to send?
I don't know. Things that I probably can't legally say on this podcast.
Enough, yeah.
But I got this. I have no idea if anyone can read that well, but yeah.
There is a downside to this mug. And the downside to this mug is because I've clicked on an ad to buy that mug, Facebook sees that as a signal that I want to now start collecting these mugs at a rate of 5 a day.
And my favorite thing is it's advertising the same mug that you bought.
I must have bought that about a month ago. And I still get adverts for it every day in my Facebook news.
Again, it's like, oh, I want a collection of 100 mugs, but of the same mug.
Yeah. I've bought it. I'm not going to buy it again. I don't need more of them, and I certainly don't need 5 a day. So please stop. It's
Facebook will
doing me
do
head in.
anything for money.
They really will. But it was
But,
one of those. I saw the mug. I was like, I wonder where that's coming from, because obviously, the ads could be anywhere. So when I dug around, it was actually the shipping was based in the States. So it's like, might as well just order it. If it was
I
like,
like how like you're like, oh, here's a picture. Like you send me a screenshot, like, oh, it's on it. It's been delivered, or it's being
Yeah.
delivered. I was like, oh, okay, it'll probably take like a week, and then 5 minutes later, it showed up at my door.
Yes, it was really efficient. I was quite impressed with that. But it was one of those where I was going to look, because for all I knew, you felt, look at the fine print. It's being shipped from Uzbekistan or
Indonesia.
something.
Yeah.
But I was like, actually, it's in the States already, so easiest thing to do, I can order it and just get them to ship it to your address rather than buy it and ship it myself.
Yeah, it saves you tons of money too.
Not only that, it saves the planet,
Yes,
saving resources.
conservation.
I'm not being. I wouldn't be surprised if I'd already travelled from China to get to Indiana. Or
Yeah,
wherever.
someone else ruined the planet though, not
Yeah,
you.
yeah, exactly. I was fine. I did my bit.
I did my bit.
Yeah. Well, when we do the next one, there is a chance then that maybe there'll have been a single, which will be really exciting because it will give us something to talk about.
We'll have something to do. There's also a chance it'll be me, you, and Derek for the first time since the first time we did it.
Yes, that is always a possibility. Or we can try and tap someone else up. I think there's a few people that we could probably get to come and have a chat just to jazz things up a little bit.
And also, I'm disappointed in everyone that no one seemingly cared in the comments that I was gone. You all mean people. No, I'm kidding. But yes, I know I've said this about 50 times. Shout out Katie's mom and Narcissista video.
Yeah, I think that is definitely if you take away one thing from this, take away the narcissistic video and the fact that we need people to say hi to Katie's mom in there, because
Yes,
Katie will
and
love
tell
that.
Katie she has to be on our podcast.
Because I don't think she's embarrassed enough by this at all.
She's not. She's taking it on the chin like
Yeah.
a champion.
She did say something about leaving the internet forever, but I don't think she meant that.
Yeah, she commented in one of the things today. She hasn't left.
Yeah, so I think she's over it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been good.
Been a pleasure.
Been good to have you back.
Been good to be back.
Can see, and you bought a light bulb, which is.
Oh, my lights aren't even on. It's just not dark enough
is it just
now
daylight?
because the last time I did this was in the middle of winter.
True. Yes, it was quite. Yeah, it was. Was it pre-Christmas?
Probably.
I think it was in December, wasn't it? Wow.
This is my first podcast of 2021. Cheers to that.
Ooh, and you've got a mug to drink out. Yeah, thank you.
I have nothing in it, but
Well, no, it's a problem. Yeah, but thank you to everyone who's listened. I know there's about 5 people at there.
Yeah. To all 3 of you, please just tell Katie's mom that she's appreciated.
Yeah. And well, actually, as well, because it's Mother's Day in the UK tomorrow as well.
Oh, it's not Mother's in the States, but
no, you got some weird wacko date for it, haven't you, or something? Is it June?
I forget what it is, but it's May, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, thanks for listening. We'll do another one soon, and you never know, we might have something really exciting to talk about. But don't.
Maybe. If not, then it'll just be us and Derek and someone else talking about some random warning stuff.
Yeah, just don't quote me on that because we're not entirely sure. But
don't quote them on the single coming out possibly in March. We may be here until next year.
Yeah, that could go on a while.
March 2022.
Hopefully, we don't have to wait that long because I don't think most of the fan base could deal with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will. See you soon on the next one. Hopefully, you'll be back again, Mikey.
Hopefully.
Right. Say goodbye, Mikey.